Good morning. It's Ros Boundy here, psychic medium in the psychic medium role, whatever you want to call it. Just being me. I was just being me, and I was just bopping around a little to an internal tune. Funny how we do that sometimes. It's looking like it's going to rain. It's windy, but the sunshine is sort of out, and yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day in whatever way we choose to view it. Good morning to you, Keza. Lovely to see you here. We've got Cindy Lee, and hi to everyone else as well from Keza. Wonderful to see you here. So early because I have gone just that little bit early this morning because I had the time. I woke up quite early because of the wild night it was. The wind was blowing a gale still, and at least the chimes I did manage to untangle them yesterday, but I've left them inside the window for the duration at the moment because they were getting a wee bit tangled. I need to actually modify the top a little bit so they don't. And we've got Marie here. Lovely to see you here, Marie. And we've got Judy. Wonderful to see you here too. And Sharon, you had 4 mils in 2 minutes, says your app. Wow. Point 0.4. What's 0.4 millimeter? Or is it just 4 millimeter? Bit of a difference. But anyway, uh, I'm not sure what we've had, but it's nice to know the rainfall is still happening, isn't it? Good morning, Sarah. Lovely to have you here. Foxy's back. Yes. Not in the cards this morning, though. But it's great to see you back, Elaine. Wonderful, wonderful. I like that. Heyo. Hello. Good to see you, Gemma. Love it. Love it. Now, I am going to go over to the cards and tune into your intuitive senses. Turn on that psychic dial, turn it up if you like. And here we go. Who knows? A lady chats in my air shots. I like that. Air shocks. That's right. They're air shocks, aren't they? And Jessica, good morning to you as well. Now I'll change over to the cards because we have an interesting set this morning. It's not too bad. And hi. Oh, I said hi to you, Jessica, didn't I? Yes, I did. And it was Sarah's I was trying to aim for. So good morning to you too, Sarah. Now, with the cards, what we've got, the Owl card that I've become used to bringing in as our first affirmation, our first thought for the day. Be gentle with yourself. You're doing the best you can. Isn't it gorgeous? There's just something about the depth of an owl's eye, or the glassiness, or the staring. I don't know, but I just love the owls. Aren't they beautiful? So I'll put that on the desk already. And oh, good heavens. Let me just whiz over to my time. I don't know if someone else is going to be already dealing with those. Yeah, okay. I think I've got my filter set properly, which is good. And here we have the Inner Soul Guidance card from Leanne and Deb's deck. So it is trust this morning. Trust it will all work out. Know the sun will shine in the morning and the moon will set in the evening. So it really is that cycle of physical aspects that do not change. The sun does rise, the moon will set with us, and it's just trusting that all works out. Mother Nature is a magnificent structure that we live in. We are magnificent structures within that. Trust it works out. Yes, each and every one of us has our own little idiosyncrasies and vagaries along our life path, but that's what makes it so beautiful, isn't it? How perfectly it works together. It is, isn't it, Elaine? So beautiful. Now, oh, here's my Apple Pencil. Just had to grab it. What we've got here in our 5 cards for the deck read this morning is the letter is in the home space. We've got the time, all those clocks, we've got time in our workspace. The labyrinth is in our unexpected. The anchor has shifted to being our role, and the lilies have moved into being the outcome. So we've got these two have been in yesterday's, and they've just shifted their energy. It just means that there's things that's unresolved that need to be moved around a bit. So part of what we're doing with the letter in our home space, it is writing, it is communication. It might even be a shift in how we've made agreements with people, with others in our space in the home. Remember, this isn't business stuff. So it could be that there's relationships that are shifting around. It could mean marriage certificate papers. It could mean divorce papers. It could mean financial agreements between members of families. It could just mean, because that's the little legal stuff. And because I was thinking of it this morning, I have no idea why I did, but I was thinking Centrelink stuff. Support from each other and for each other in that written form. So even just those beautiful personal letters, we have become less used to writing by hand and using text messaging and emails and such like. What I'm feeling with that is put your pen to paper and write some of those things down that you feel you need to in a dear diary or a journal, and make it is that personal level of home space that we're needing to do this today. So, in whatever form that you're writing something, make it into that inner depths, and so that you are actually coming to agreements with self or with others around and about you. It feels to me more the personal side, but it's whatever's in your situation in your life. Tap into that and bring it forward in that form of writing. Okay, you might even be writing a biography, an autobiography, or something like that on your family trees, whatever. Okay, and that's purely because we've got the ancestry right sitting next to it as an outcome. So we're moving over into the workspace where it's the clocks, it's the timing. Everything's going to be in its perfect timing today. Just be aware of that. Have your tuning in to not wasting your time, but making it productive. Being aware of what time is being spent in the different spaces and places you've got with your projects at work, or that schedule that you might be needing to keep. Okay, so be aware of that one. So hello, Kona. Beautiful to see you here. Thank you very much for popping in. It's a name I haven't seen before. So shift that into, just having that awareness of what is the perfect time, because any time that anything does happen is the perfect time. We're just not aware of it at the time. And there's time again, as that mentioned. It really is an awareness. Okay, the tick-tock of the clocks. And there's so many beautiful different clocks in this one. Let's have a look, see if we can focus on that and see what different ones there are. Because I love this card. You look at the rooster, and yes, when you're brought up on a farm and have chooks and roosters, you're very much aware of the time that roosters crow. I really like the one that's the owl. Have a look at that, and it's sitting on the big hand with the moon and the detail that's in that. Have a look at the gorgeous sundial sitting straight ahead of him. And that one I'm not sure what that one's called, but is that a kingfisher or a kookaburra or something like that? There's so many different birds in this as well. And look at the face on that hand, the gorgeous sun in that little circle, the hourglass, the pendulums, all gorgeous, all gorgeous. I like that. You might know. I like that clock. So here we go and move up into the labyrinth, which is actually in the unexpected, and it's giving us time. It actually is giving us the time and space to be walking our path. That is what our purpose is. It's walking our labyrinth of our journey in life and trusting, since we've got that beautiful card from the Inner Soul Guidance, being trust this morning, trusting that the pathway that we're walking really is absolutely right for us, and the interaction that we can have with others along that journey is perfectly right for us. So trust in that, bring that forward into your day to day, that what pathway you are on is the right one, and that you're learning so much from it, you're growing so much from it, and you can share with others. It's not just taking all the time, it's giving. And good morning, Julia. Wonderful to see you here this morning too. Um, it's just interaction. It's being with other people in whatever way that we need to be. It doesn't always have to be in that one-to-one, because at the moment, I think South Australia, has lifted some of the restrictions, but it's not all of them. It can be like we are doing right now through the technology that we've been very lucky in this era of living, that we can take advantage of, we can use in beautiful ways. So trust that and walk your path with that knowing, with that loving center of you, moving it out into the world. Okay. Good morning, Kat. Wonderful to see you here too. So we're going to then still need to use our anchor. So it is when it feels like it's getting stormy or we're feeling a bit lost with the labyrinth. Know that we are in the right space and place. We just need to be using those tools. Our responsibility, our role is to use what tools we have around us, what's available to us. We don't all have the same tools, but we can tap into the possibilities of who we are to source what we need to, earn the money to buy the tools that we need for what work we love doing, for what is our pathway. It can be confusing, it can be a rough ride, but it certainly has those moments where we can down that anchor, steady our life, and really look at it in an objective way as to what actually does need doing next. Almost sometimes like it's the eye of the storm, but we do move through that. And then we go through what is the next season for us? What is the next I suppose comparing it to weather conditions, because it is blowing a gale out there. Calm the waters, give it time. And we do have control of that anchor. We need to actually put it into use. If it's not holding, pull it up, move again, ground it, really ground it. And walking outside with bare feet is a fantastic way of grounding. That's what I do all the time. So there we go with the anchor and your role in your day to day. And that does bring us to that peace and serenity and that able to breathe with ease through those memories of what we have from ages past and what is our heritage and where we're at right at the moment. You see that the stained glass window effect that's behind the lilies, it really is bringing in that wholeness and completeness. But it is still separate. We need to be thinking and feeling of it as in, look, we're in the present moment. Those lilies are absolutely the present moment, and anything else around and about it behind us, it is just a past history or what potential there might be for the next moment or two or week or day or week or month or whatever the future is. We need to be living in the present moment because that is actually the reality, is what is right now. So have that awareness about you and feel that I've had a good day by the end of it. Okay. So that's what I'm feeling there with all of the cards this morning. Really lovely. I absolutely do love the labyrinth and the time pieces. It's so gorgeous. And, spend the day in whatever way you need to, moving in and around your workspace or in and around your home space, depending what your life situation is. We each have those unique life paths. So step into it with confidence. Trust you are walking in the right path. Don't keep questioning it. Just sensing into the who you are, what are your desires and your goals and what you are aiming for. Have that as the forward thinking, yes, but it's not. It's being present in the moment and walking that path each and every step of the way. And second, if you're looking at time, all of that, and use the tools that you have around you, like the anchor, like the broom to clean things out beforehand, and the whip, and all the other tools we've got in the cards, all the tools you've got in your life, so and available. Have a look around. What do you actually have available? Sometimes we forget what tools we actually have. And that, I think, is a lot of what happens when we have, what we know is our intuitive senses. We've forgotten how to use them. It's not something we're taught or taught to exercise as we're growing up in the schooling system. It's almost taught out of us. So bring it back to the fore and tap into all of those tools that you may have forgotten. So thank you, Mia, for that. And thank you, Keza, for the lovely cards. They are beautiful cards, and for everyone to have a great day. Passing that on for you as well, Keza. And thank you, Judy, and thank you, Marie, those beautiful hearts. Now, I will be probably, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it tomorrow morning. I do have an Adelaide appointment tomorrow morning. I can't remember what time it is. Thank you, Sarah. Even if I do it a lot earlier and you watch the replay, it's all still part of the technology that gives us that ability, doesn't it? So, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your lovely energy and your space here in this chat. Spread it round if you think others are needing something like this in the morning. Certainly, if you want anything that's more in depth and personalised, I have some links in the shop part of the rosboundy.com website, and I do have some options in the Buy Me a Coffee, or just buy me a coffee because you feel like it. I love coffee. And it's wonderful to continue to be here in these mornings. As long as I can, I'll be keeping on doing them. So thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Keep being the best you that you can be. And I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste till then.